Greetings, children. Welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 4, subject General Science, chapter 11, Evaporation and Precipitation. So by now you have understood how important the evaporation and precipitations are for the water cycle and how important the water cycle is for all the living beings on the earth. So evaporation means when the water uh, gets converted to water vapor when exposed to heat. Precipitation means the same water vapor gets converted to water and falls down as rain. So in the last class we understood about different forms of precipitation, that is rain. In rain we learned about shower and drizzle, then snow, then sleet and glaze. So today we will continue with hail. I am reading from the page number 97. Hail. Hail. So what are hail? Hail are big ice crystals formed in the clouds and fall on the earth's surface. Okay. What happens? Hail is our big ice crystals formed in the clouds and fall on the earth's surface. Hail form during very high winds. Okay, I will tell you how these are formed. I read it out from the textbooks and I will tell you how it is formed. So what happens is when the ice crystal forms and falls, the wind pushes them back into the clouds. These ice crystals become bigger and again fall. This may happen number of times in the clouds itself. There itself, when that small crystal is trying to come down, because the weight is very less and the wind is more, it pushes back the small crystals back into the clouds. That will go back and it will grow. This keeps happening number of times until it becomes as heavy as that it can fall down to earth. These ice crystals become bigger and again fall, and again the wind pushes them back. This may happen a number of times. The crystals become too heavy and the wind cannot push them back into the clouds. Then these big ice crystals fall to the earth and they are called hails. Okay, that is how the hail formation takes place. Now small crystals would have formed and it will try to fall down to earth. Because the wind's pressure is too much, what happens? The wind pushes back these ice crystals into the clouds. Because this goes back up, it grows in size. Okay, it grows as big as it needs to push that wind and fall down on earth as hails. So this finishes the different form of precipitations, that is rain, snow, sleet, glaze and hail. We all thought only rain was the kind of precipitation we usually see, but these are also the different kinds of precipitations that we can see. Next is the factors that determine the level and kind of precipitation that falls in an area. Now in southern India, or yes, in southern India we don't have snowfall, right? But in Himalayas there is lot of snowfall. Diu Daman, there also there is lot of snowfall, right? Why is that difference? That is what we are going to learn. The factors that affect or determine the level and kind of precipitation that falls in an area. What are they? The temperature of the area. Depending upon the temperature of the area, the temperature affects the amount of precipitation that occurs there. That is, the hotter the place is, the more the more water will evaporate. This means that the air surrounding that area will also saturate with water vapor. This results in more rain. The temperature affects the amount of precipitation that occur in these areas. That is, the hotter the places, the more water will evaporate. This means um, that the air surrounding that area will also saturate with water vapor. This result is in more rain. Next is land formation. Land formation such as mountains. It rains more on the mountains than on the lying areas. When the clouds encounter a mountain, they are forced to move up to cross it. As the clouds move up, it cools down because it is cooler there. This cool air condenses the water vapor and results in the rain. Now you can see here the mountains are taller than the clouds. So if the clouds have to pass the mountains, it has to go up. Okay, as it goes up, the temperature reduces and the water vapor in the clouds will condense and form water droplets and will come down as rain. Next is humidity. So what is humidity? Humidity is nothing but the amount of water vapor present in the air is called the humidity. The amount of water vapor present in the air is called the humidity. More humidity means the air is saturated with the water vapor. So condensation will also be more. Now what happens in oceans? Oceans are vast water bodies and they are more open to evaporation, right? Whatever the heat of the sun they take, it will change the water into water vapor. Water evaporation keeps on happening in the oceans. The more surface area is exposed, the more is the evaporation. We learned this in the factors affecting evaporation, isn't it? Coastal areas are mostly humid owing to high evaporation. This results in more precipitation in the coastal areas as compared to the plains. Okay. Next is average annual precipitation. Average annual precipitation means the amount of precipitation that an area receives in a year is called average annual precipitation. That means how much rainfall, how much they are receiving rainfall in one year. That is what we are. That is what is called average annual precipitation. The area now here this is the annual India's annual average rainfall map. Wherever the blue is darker, that means it rains more. You can see in the coastal area it rains more. Then uh, then in the mountainous regions also it rains more. The lighter in Rajasthan, places like Rajasthan, you can see that the rainfall is very less. Understood? Yes. Then an area with low average annual precipitation is dry and have very less life. These areas are often called deserts like Rajasthan. But rainfalls are areas but rainfalls are areas where have very high average annual precipitation happens. So those areas are teeming with life. That means if there is more rain, there will be more water, that the life will also grow well. Then if there is no rain, if there is very less rain, there is very less water, which does not sustain the existence of life. So stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself, keep learning, children. Do the exercises in your textbooks as well as your workbooks, and take care of yourself, children. Thank you.